Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for allowing me to come into your space for a little bit of time today. These are the weekly readings, August 9 to August 15, 2020, for Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, and Aries. And we are going to get started with Cancer, and then we'll go backwards to Aries, the first sign. So let's get started right away. And we're going to pull a high energy fractal to see what the focus of the energy might be for this week ahead. So let's take a look and see what's unfolding here for Cancer. Okay. All right, beautiful. 20. I believe that this is called gentleness, but I always read these just to be sure. So, no loved ones, there you go. Your friends and loved ones who have crossed over want you to know that they are with you. They are wrapping their loving energy around you and ask you to feel peace and serenity within your heart and mind about their passing. They are living and enjoying the other side and deeply desire for you to feel peaceful within this world. They ask that you surrender any painful emotions you're holding onto and allow their loving presence to flow within your heart, bringing forth peace and serenity. Feel their loving energy and joyfully live the gift here on earth. So this is all about, finding joy in living here in this moment, finding joy in the present. And, if you've had some passed on loved ones that, has left an emotion, a very strong emotional, a lingering emotional impact if you're still moving through the process, of understanding and coming to terms with things. You're being asked by your loved ones, they're coming through here saying, you know what, we are great. Things are good where we are, and we want for things to be good for you where you are, because your life is for the living. And you need to love and express yourself in all of the moments while you're here, and not spend them in the past, because when we're stuck in the past, then that prevents us from moving forward into the future or even enjoying the present moment. So Cancer, let's take a look at some light energy cards and see what unfolds with them. So we're starting out with Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. So the diving deep is, that inside work. It's that letting go of painful memories of, maybe conflict with someone that's passed on that wasn't resolved, that kind of thing, the guilt and, those sorts of feelings. It's time to let those things go and dive deep. You've got a lot of wisdom here. Then We the Hathors, deep love, birth as a portal. Yeah, it's time to come forward into something new. This is an energetic portal that you're coming into right now, Cancer, where it's time to let these things go. It's time to let the grief process. It's time to live in the present. And your guides and your angels, your past on loved ones are telling you, you've got a lot more to do in this life, and if this applies to you, it's time to move on, okay? It's time for you to release those things, have some forgiveness for yourself and for others if possible. And then star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. Yes, because you are getting set to undergo a transformation here, but you've got some heavy energy that's still sitting within your cells, like your physical cells, your emotional cells. And so it's time to transmute that energy. It's time to take a look and do some inner work and just think about those passed on loved ones and, bring each one forward one by one if there's more than one. And it could even be, a fur baby that you had that has passed on as well. They're coming through here and they're saying, whatever it is that is you're hanging on to that isn't serving your highest good in life right now, what's holding you back regarding what happened, it's time to forgive. It's time to let it go. It's time to not have any of that guilt or frustration, anger, bitterness, sadness, you know, hold the memory and remember everything good, but realize that you're here now and you have a limited time here now, you know, in this lifetime. And you're really being encouraged, for those of you this applies to, Cancer, you're really being encouraged to embrace that and take it on, you know, take on life in a big way, because you're about to be activated here and your frequency is about to upgrade. So big changes for you will be evolving overall, you know, not next week necessarily, because transformation tends to take time. But if you're super ready for it, maybe it will be a short process, you know. So let's take a look at some animal spirit energy to join this. So with this one, look at that. We've got the whale and orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. So, you know, that's opening up, that's letting go of the stuff and being able to dig deep to do that, so that you can manifest and transmute and really live your life, share your song. And right over top of the whale and orca, we have whale. Life is fully conscious being. So this is the awakening. You know, whether you're aware that you are a co-creator and you're a conscious being in a large collective or not, you know, we are, and we all vibrate at certain frequencies. And now you're being asked to either step into this awareness. You know, Spirit is going to show you, it's going to bring about circumstances that have to do with your memories or your passed on loved ones that are going to help to open this up for you. If you're already a conscious being, if you already have an awareness of, you know, the way that the universe works, then this is an upgrade here. This is an activation of some kind that's elevating you, because it's time for you to share something important. And then we have owl. Listen to the messages of the angels, and that sits on top of deep love and birth as a portal. So listening to the message of the angels, you know, listening to their love, listening to their expression of support, and that they want you to be free of all of these lower vibrations, because you're meant to come into something that is much more open and much more flowing, a much more flowing way of life, and needn't be restricted by the past. The past is finished. You can't change it. It is what it is, you know, and it serves absolutely nothing to sit and ruminate. So if this is you, Cancer, if this applies to you, it's really time for you to come into your heart space and to let these things go, so that you can move on and you can receive this beautiful activation. And there we go. So we've got this activation card here, and we've got Dear, trust in the support of the universe right there. So they couldn't line up really more perfectly. The message is really clear. You know, your passed on loved ones are trying to let you know. They want you to understand that your life is for the living in the now, in these moments now. And to spend time ruminating in the past is not healthy. You know, we of course all have to go through a process, and we move through the process and we transmute that energy. And perhaps there are some things around some of your passed on loved ones, or a passed on loved one, that wasn't resolved, and you're feeling these stuck emotions, and it's time to really go within and open up and, you know, forgive those things and transition that out, you know, get rid of the baggage, so to speak, so that you can line up and open yourself up for this beautiful energy and upgrade and activation that, whoops, there it all goes, that the universe wants to bring for you. Okay, Libra, so that's super important. We're going to pull another card just to close the reading out. I hope this lines up okay for you. So let's take a look. And by all means, please, you know, put some feedback in the comments during the week. If you find this applied to you and situations came forward and you wish to share, let me know how it connected. And if you got something from this, please like and subscribe to help me build and grow my awareness. That would be amazing. So to finish off your reading here, we have got the White Swan. So White Swan says, the power of the divine grace is within you. So that's just confirmation, universal spirit right here. So It's the same message all the way around, you know, that you've got this beautiful activation that's waiting for you. Some doors are going to be opening up for you. And this is all around the support and the backing of your passed on loved ones that want for you to transmute, you know, any negative or lowering vibrations so that you can let that go and understand that they are fantastic. They are awesome where they are, and they want you to be awesome here where you are. Okay, Cancer, so those are your messages for this week, August 9 to 15, 2020. Remember to shine your light bright. Don't dim your light for anybody in this world, right? Live big. Until next time. Okay, hi Gemini, how are you? Gemini, we're going to get started right away with pulling a fractal energy card. We are still in this gateway portal, August 8th, 8th day, 8th month, Lion's Gateway. And look it up if you're not familiar with it, because it's an energy portal that's really strong, and it's bringing about opportunities for growth and change. And we just had our August 3rd Aquarius full moon as well. We're just coming out of that energy really, but you know, it's still lingering with this portal. So let's see what the week ahead has for Gemini. Okay. All right, 44. And 44 is, that's the last card, and I always read these because they're super short and they're really clear. And then we'll draw cards to get clarity around them. So 44, divine guidance, beautiful soul, you play a very important role in the awakening of this planet, Gemini. Your light is so needed here. You're always wrapped in the loving embrace of the divine. It's in those times that your tears may fall, or when you feel most alone, that your angels and guides are with you the most, shining their light and love on you. Not for one moment should you doubt this. You, special soul, are being lovingly guided and supported on your path. Divine guidance is leading you gently. Look for the signs and feel the love. So this is all about paying attention to the fact that you are a divine being and you're very deserving of all the good things, Gemini. And the universe wants for you to know that. You know, your angels and your guides, they're always there to support. And if you've been going through something difficult and challenging, you know, the message is that they're right there. But here's the thing, we have free will. So they can't interfere, universal law, they can't interfere unless you ask them to come and help you. They can't just see something happening and go, oh, no, I'm gonna fix that, and just get in there and do that. You have to set the intention for them, give them permission to come and to help. And you can do that just by your thought, just by, you know, projecting that thought. It could be even with words, or you could write something down, you know, but they have to be invited because we have free will. You know, they may know the better path for us, but we have choice as humans, you know, spirits in human form here. So we've got to make sure that we invite them in when we need them the most, because they're there and they're waiting. Okay, so let's see more about this divine guidance and realizing what it is you might be bringing, you know, to the world right now. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. Okay, so really embrace your uniqueness. Really embrace the fact that you are not possibly a typical, you know, human being walking this earth, that you've got more to offer, that you are quirky, that you are different. And that's what makes everything beautiful, Gemini, is the fact that, you know, we can be that way. And if we were all the same, life, it just wouldn't be interesting, you know. It's our individualism, it's our personal stamp that we bring to things that makes life so interesting, right? Then perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. So this is asking you with, again, that you are a divine being. When you're in situations, don't let your ego get the best of you, Gemini. You know, don't be reactive and, you know, take things so personally. And that's one of the 4 agreements as well by Don Miguel Ruiz is, you know, don't take things personally, because in the end, And, you know, especially if you align with the starseed, light worker, you know, cosmic connection, like none of this really in the end, we're not supposed to take it so seriously. You know, we're on this spiritual journey and we're in human form and we're working towards becoming the best version of ourselves that we can. And that's the journey. And if we make a mistake, it's okay. We have tomorrow to start again. You know, nothing is really as ever dire or serious as our minds play out. It's almost like when you're gonna, you know, you have to talk to someone that you feel kind of squishy about. Like maybe your boss asked you to come in on Monday and you don't know what for. So you're kind of nervous and you're freaking out and you're putting all these thoughts into your own head and realize, you know, come Monday and you've spent the whole weekend worrying and projecting. And then come Monday, your boss just wanted you to come in just to give you recognition and say what a great job you've been doing or give you positive feedback. So you spent all that time, you know, and it didn't really matter. Like you spent all that time with, you know, with your thought forms projecting what isn't reality, and it stole away some of your todays, right? And then we've got the void. Stop, embrace, great cosmic wound. So this is a going within here, Gemini. It really seems to look like that for you this week. This is a going inside and realizing, you know, with this divine guidance, exactly what it is in your heart space. Like things are opening up for you because you're being asked to slow down. You're being asked to shift perspective and see things from a, you know, possibly a different perspective and understand that there's something absolutely beautiful about your unique nature, Gemini, and it's one of a kind. You know, it's important and you need to shine that light in whatever situation is coming forward. So let's take a look at some animal spirit energy and see how that blends in with what we're doing so far in the reading. Okay, Gemini, here we go. Here we go, here we go. All right. So Owl, listen to the messages of the angels. Well, we're being told right now, Gemini, that, you know, you are a unique, beautiful, special individual being as part of a larger collective. And you need to shine that unique, bright light, you know? So make sure, like, there's wisdom to be had when you go deep like that. There's wisdom to be had when you go inside, you know, within. And it's time to get connected because you're being asked to stop, slow down, and view things from a different perspective. And over this one here, we have Shark. Lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. So in some capacity, once you break through and realize just exactly how fabulous you are, and that you are, you know, so needed in this world in terms of shifting our frequency, shifting to a love vibration, you know, there's going to be a way for you to use those gifts and skills to affect those around you and to affect the world at large. So that's a beautiful thing. Under this void here, we've got Swan. Demonstrate grace and majesty. And this is all about the flow. Like if you look at the spiral here, this is all about being graceful about the way that things come to you, the way that you receive things, how you process the information, how you process messages given to you, how you treat yourself, you know, no negative self-talk, that kind of thing, and being open to the fact that you can be important. That's entirely possible, and it's a beautiful thing. And if you're thinking, you know, why me? Well, we all do that. We all think, well, why me? I'm not special, but we are all special, and we all have something to offer. And, you know, the Swan is asking you to just, with some divine grace, be really ready and willing, you know, to receive that that upgrade, you know, that realization that you are a divine being and that you belong and you have something very unique and special to offer, which you may not yet realize, you know, what that is, or perhaps you've already gotten a glimmer of it and you're doubting that. Okay, so we're going to pull one more card. If this is making sense to you, if you're connecting with it, please click like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And by all means next week, no, that's 2. By all means next week, you know, if something is unfolding and is connecting, come back to the comments for the video and, you know, let me know or send me an email or a message. That would be fantastic. So to close out Gemini's reading today, we have White Owl Energy. Oh, my favorite. The wisdom and messages of the divine are within you. It just recaps exactly what we said. So this is all about the internal for you this week, Gemini. It'll be unfolding already at the beginning of it, or it'll be starting, you know, in the near future within the next week. You've got this strong portal with August 8th window. So there's a lot of energy to be had, you know, positive frequencies to be had. So those are your messages, Gemini, for August 9 to 15. Remember to live big, please. You know, don't dim your light for anybody. Until next time. Okay, Taurus, hi. We're going to get started with your reading. I'm just going to sort my cards here. And we're going to start with a high energy fractal card for a general focus or direction for your read. And then we're going to move on with some other cards to go deeper. Okay, so we've got the August 3rd full moon in Aquarius that just completed last week. And we've got the portal of the Lion's Gateway, August 8th. So that's a huge window. It's the 8th day of the 8th month, which is, they call those gateway days. So look it up if you're unfamiliar with it. And, you know, it's a big portal of energy that's available to us. So this is number 34. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, I haven't seen this one before. So number 34. Let's see what the message is around that. This is reflections. There's a great beauty in all of our life experiences. Although you feel sad and down at times, Spirit is reminding you that this is what can facilitate your greatest growth and evolution, both as a soul and as a human being. So Taurus, you're truly being watched over at this time. Don't fear the darkness within. Remember, without the darkness, there can be no light. This is a time for quiet reflection and inner exploration. Through it, you will discover your light and know what needs to be changed so that you can live a more authentic life. So Taurus, we have a big shift coming. You know, your internal journey, your spiritual journey is either beginning, as the card said, or for those of us that are already on the journey, you're coming into a new awareness. You're elevating your frequency, and you're being asked to take some time out right now and to really do some reflecting, okay? That's what's really important, doing that work. So as the shadow stuff comes up, like the negative memories, the things that trigger you, that make you feel sad, sit in meditation or just sit quietly for a little bit. Hold your favorite crystal, you know, or diffuse some beautiful oils and just watch them. Don't judge them. Watch as they come through. Just observe them. Forgive if there's something to forgive and let that go. You know, it's time for you to take a look and forgive and let things go so that you can be a more clear vessel when you're not all stuck up with, you know, past negative energy still swirling around inside the body, right? So double mission, Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. So this is what's happening for you. You're being upgraded here. You know, you have a definite connection to the cosmos in terms of being a starseed or a light worker. If you identify with that already, that's beautiful. You're coming into a real awareness about that through this reflection, you know. If you're not already aware, you are divinely connected, and there are many of us that identify with, you know, other, not societies, but, you know, other beings, so to speak, you know, in the cosmos. So for you, this is digging in here and doing some of that shadow work and transmuting some of the sadness and the dense energy to become more of a light body so that you can move through this and get these upgrades and really make a difference for your life and for the lives of others. Then we have the 7 star sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life and Expression. So this is all about flowing with the universal energies. This is all about accepting what comes in and as it flows, and understand that we are co-creators in our universe. So if there are things that have gotten you down, Taurus, that have made you sad, that have frustrated you, situations that have come forward that you've already experienced in the past, you know, take some time and really look at it and learn the lessons. Don't repeat the echoes. You know, learn those lessons and make sure that you are clearing out the clutter within, you know, and not adding to that, because you're going to be coming into an awareness where you've got some gifts here that are opening up, where you're really tuned in and connected, and you can make a big difference. And then we have Fall into My Arms, Surrender, Holding the Opposite and Extremes of Life. All right, so it's time to surrender. It's time to see the balance, you know, as above, so below. Everything has its polar opposite, so to speak. So we're being asked to go with the flow and not live life in extremes, because when we're out of balance one way or the other, you know, it's not a positive thing. It doesn't work in our favor. So with this awakening or awareness that you're going to come into, or the upgrade that you're coming into, it feels to me like it has to do with what we call shadow work. And that's all about, you know, unresolved stuff from childhood all the way up through our lives, experiences that we've had that have been less than positive, that have left an imprint on us, and we've not resolved them. So it's time to surrender. It's time to, you know, dig deep, surrender, allow the beautiful grace and love of your connection to the universe open you up and help you transmute these things so that you can forgive, so that you're not all cluttered, Taurus, you know, because when you're cluttered inside, when your mind is all, you know, it's filled with all of this unnecessary stuff that we can't change, we can't do anything about anyways because it's in the past. It doesn't help us in the present. First of all, because we're partially in the past and partially in the present perhaps, and if we're not fully in one, it's not helping, you know. So let's take a look at some animal angel energy and what's going forward with that. So we have Raven, prepare for change. Yes, and this has to do with this, you know, serve the world by being you. You're a beautiful light worker, starseed energy, and you're manifesting change here. As soon as you know, realize your connection to the divine here, and just how, you know, doing that reflecting, then it's going to open things up for you and change is about to come. And then we have Ladybird, accept happiness and good fortune. So that's connected to birthing creations and expression. So there may be something new that you want to get started, even in the material. You may be wanting to start a new project, a new job, a new assignment, you know, go back to school, a new passion, a new hobby. You could be really deeply inspired from within if you pay attention to those energies in that time of reflection, you know, because there is a change coming, and it has to do with you as a co-creator and, you know, a starseed with that connection. And then we have Monkey, experience all that life has to offer. And that comes on top of falling into my arms and surrendering, holding the opposites. Okay, so it is time to allow that, because that will allow you to experience the fullness of life, right? That will allow you to experience everything in its fullest capacity, the seen and the unseen, you know, the material, physical world and the spiritual world. They're all coming together for you at some point soon, or they're elevating. If they're already, you know, if that's already a part of who you are, then that's elevating and it's bringing you into some new space. But you've got to do some reflecting here just to make sure that you are letting go of the things that need to be let go of, that you are surrendering to the shifts and the changes that are that you're going to be going through or are presently going through. You know, it's important just to let that flow. All right, so we're going to pull one more card, and if any of this connects for you, throughout the week, just drop a comment throughout the week and let me know how it's unfolding and how it connects. And as always, please like and subscribe. I know it's corny, but it really helps me build my awareness and share with others. So that would be really helpful. So we're ending with Magpie. Reevaluate your priorities. It's time to let go of what you no longer need. And that's pretty much exactly what we were talking about in releasing, that reflection and that surrendering, because you've got something great that wants to birth itself, it wants to come forward, Taurus. So now's the time for you to let that happen. So those are your messages for August 9 to 15, 2020 for Taurus. And have an excellent week ahead. Until next time. Okay, hi Aries. Let's get started with your Aries read. I'm just going to put my cards back here. And this is for August 9 to August 15. This is a weekly reading. And we have just gone through the gateway, or this video was put out a couple of days before the week, so perhaps it's the 8-8 gateway right now. And this is the Lion's gateway. And it's got really special, specific energy about it. So look it up to see how it may affect you, because it affects all signs in different ways as well. And we've just been through the Aquarius full moon energy on the 3rd, which is wrapped up now in the last couple of days. So let's see what the focus is for you today. All right, number 6. And taking a look at number 6, once I read these, we'll pull some cards. So number 6 is all about the advancements. This is a time of change for you in the physical realm, Aries, and it may involve making some big decisions, whether it pertains to changing jobs, making a career choice, beginning or ending a relationship, or moving to a new home. You have some choices you need to make. Trust yourself to make the right choice. Your guides are working with you to help you gain clarity and to move forward in your life. Stay true to yourself and follow your heart's calling. These changes are definitely for the better, both physically and spiritually. So advancements, and see that it's called advancements. It's not called change, Advancements means that we're making progress, we're progressing, so we're moving through. And this is something for you, Aries, that's in the material world this time. And the universe is just asking, as these changes come forward, embrace them, be ready for them, and know that it is evolving for your highest good and the highest good of those around you. And being in the middle of this eclipse season and retrograde as well, there's so much at play right now that is forcing us, it's prompting us to bring about that change, right? All right. So in terms of these advancements in the material, the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. So you may be about to experience a spontaneous spiritual awakening, which is going to give you a whole new insight to who you are, to your place in this world, in this cosmos, in this universe, and it will shift your perspective. So that might be what's going to bring about this kind of change. Now, spontaneous awakening, in my understanding and knowledge experience, is less common than the longer process, that usually starts with suffering of some kind. But there are those that just one day is just right there. There's that shift, it opens up, you're connected, and it's a whole new life. It's a whole new gig, So Aries, this may be what's coming forward for you with this powerful energy. Then breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. So this is all about letting go, all about not having to be in control, and understanding that, yes, we are co-creators in this universe, but the universe always knows what is best for each of us individually, Aries. And with this spontaneous awakening, don't try and control that. Don't try and manage that. Don't try to make sense of it even necessarily. Just allow that to happen. Don't micromanage. that connection that wants to open up and come through. Just allow yourself to do that, through meditation, stillness, journaling, reflecting. Can come in your sleep, it can come in many forms. And then deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. This just speaks to the physical and emotional as well. So with whatever this change is that's happening for you, this is going to bring about some serious, deep healing. But you have to allow for that to happen and not resist that. That's very important, Aries. Don't resist it, because, it brings forward more challenges. It brings more challenges for us when we resist what is right in front of us. And on some level, intuitively, we know what's going on. So let's take a look at how else you may be affected, or what in the material world might be shifting and changing for you. Okay, so we have Whale, live as a fully conscious being, right over top of the Spontaneous Awakening. So definitely, you're going to go through this process. If it hasn't already started, you're going to experience it soon, and it's going to be a quick thing for you if this pertains to you, Aries. But this is super specific, so this may only be for one person. I'm not even sure. Then we have Hedgehog, be a magnet for love, light, and joy. And that is over top of micromanaging the universe, my will to thy will. Okay, so when you connect in with Source, when you connect in with Spirit, you can connect in and ask for all the things that you would like to line up. And if you focus on the joy, if you focus on the beauty and everything for the good of yourself and others, then the universe will respond to that much more, very emphatically, and help bring that to you, help manifest that, right? So, focusing on the love, focusing on the beauty, and as you start this awakening, if this pertains to you, that love is going to automatically come through, because once you feel that universal love, when that finally clicks in, from Gaia and from Source above, it is just the most beautiful, explosive feeling. Like, you'll know it when you feel it, and you'll never be the same. It's just quite something. So if this is about you, you're in for something that's wondrous, but it can, it's unfamiliar. It can be a little bit intimidating, I guess, So just go with the flow and ask the universe, like in terms of my will is thy will. Ask the universe, make your intentions known of how you would like to receive this awakening, how you would like for it to flow. Ask that, circumstances be that you can surrender and allow that to happen, because that there's beautiful things that are going to come from that. And then Aries, we have Sheep, act with fortitude and cooperation. So the cooperation, to me, let's see what this connects to. Yeah, physical and emotional healing with the Arcturus, deep cellular healing. Act with fortitude and cooperation. So understand that you are working with the divine in this, with this emotional healing, and you could work in cooperation with others in the physical realm as well. If you have people that you trust, that are knowledgeable, that have been through this experience, or are a little further evolved in the journey than you are at the moment, by all means, get their support, get their knowledge, ask questions, get some understanding from them, and really, stick to it. Don't dismiss it. This is something that could be, it is life-changing. And for those of you this pertains to, Aries, this is just a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'd be interested to hear from any of you if this lines up for you this week. If things do start clicking, if you could message, send me a comment or send me an email, embracingdawn12@gmail.com, and let me know how things are working out. And please like and subscribe. I know it's corny, but it really helps to build my awareness and to help me get this going and sharing with others. Oh, this is beautiful. I haven't seen this. Oriole. A new creative venture is on the horizon. There you go. See it as a positive change. So however uncomfortable this might feel initially, it's all for the good. It's all for the better. Things will flow. Once you move through this and are into it, you know, you don't have to be through it, but into it. This is all going to be super positive, and it's going to shift your vibration, shift your frequency, and change the way that you experience life, you know? So you're meant to enjoy it. You're a beautiful being, and you are meant to enjoy it. So Aries, those are your messages for August 9 to 15. Thanks so much for letting me come in. Until next time.